Hey guys, this is Julius from Rocket Records. So I'm going to start a series that I've been thinking about for a long time. I was going to start it before, but now I definitely am going to do it because I'm very heavily involved in the scene now. So basically, I'm going to start a series on how to be a professional musician and make money from your band. So if you're in a band, basically, I'm going to try to help you make money from it. Sorry if you can see my cat in the background, she's just on the couch. But I'm going to help you make money from, being in a band because, myself, I've had dreams of being a entrepreneur many different times. I've started different businesses and things like that. And I think, people who have dreams should be helped rather than taken advantage of. And I feel like a lot of businesses make money, or people who want to run their own businesses. There's a lot of failed actors running actor courses and things like that. But that being said, I think I definitely can help bands. And I think a major thing that bands do wrong is they don't really approach running a band as a professional endeavor. Like most bands you meet are very unprofessional, and that's fine because it's music. People may think, oh, it's rock and roll. Well, we can do what we want. That may have been the case like in the 70s, but it's certainly not the case now. If you want to make money from doing anything, you've got to approach it in a serious manner. And why wouldn't you? Like, honestly, being a professional musician is a heck of a lot more exciting than working the call center your whole life. Like, all of us need a job. We need money. We got bills to pay. Like, you've got to have a job of some description. So you may as well be recording your own music and producing your own music and stuff like that. I think that is the fun part. It's not the groupies and all that sort of stuff. Like, that kind of thing, doesn't really exist anymore. Like, someone could tell me I'm wrong if they want. I've never been a geeky musician, but I really don't think, people want to be the next Tommy Lee. Like, people want to get their music heard. So anyway, I'm going to talk very quickly about, different things that I think bands should do, cheap ways of doing things, promotion and stuff. So first things first, you start a band. Okay, you've started a band, you've decided we're going to start a band for whatever reason. Maybe you're in high school with these guys and you want to be the next Ramones. Good for you. You're starting it off. Now, if you're an acoustic act, it's a heck of a lot different to if you're in a band with like four other guys or girls or whatever, because you got to split the money four ways. So you got to make a heck of a lot more money to begin with. But you've also got more opportunities. So the first things to do is have a conversation about how often you're going to practice, because practice will gel the band together and will make you a lot closer and tighter with these people, and also it'll quickly iron out like any kinks you have. Like, so just say you decide we're gonna practice once a week. And practice at least at the bare minimum. You want once every 2 weeks, but once a week is better, and even more than that is better. Like, every day is better if you can do it. Like, in the beginning when we started a punk band, we used to practice that 3 times a week because it was a heck of a lot more fun than just sitting around doing nothing. And also, I was terrible at my bass, and the drummer was pretty bad at his instrument, the guitarist was pretty good. But, still practice. We were practicing our instruments as well as practicing the songs. And we play the songs about 3 or 4 times. But it'll really help you in the sense of getting to know who's reliable, who's not. If you've got a singer who is always late and things like that, you can talk to them early. Because, if people are late for a gig, that's really awful. It's really, really bad for you if someone's late for a show. So, let's talk about you first. Let's just pretend everything's going well. Because I'm not going to do videos that how to manage people or anything like that. I'm just going to do, like, techniques and things. So, you've started a band. So first things first, what you want to do, first things first, is get a recording. You want to get a recording because you want to take it around to different venues, you want to send it to places. You also want to sell it on Spotify these days. But first things first, just think, I'm going to make a demo, and it's not going to be the best quality of it. I'm just going to be like, a live recording of what we can do. And it's going to showcase our sound so we can at least get other gigs. So, that's what you want to do. You want to do a demo. And now, how cheap can you do a demo? Well, you can do a demo for about £50 to £100, and I'll tell you how. And the reason this is so cheap is because it's just a live recording. It's not a studio recording. You're not going to contact the record label, or you're not going to contact a recording studio. Just ignore that. Even if you see a thing, 50% off, studio time, and it might sound really good. But the problem is, studio time takes a really long time, especially if there's 4 people. So the best thing to do is, contact your local rehearsal studio and just, contact them via email and say, hey, we're a 4-piece band, we got this, we got this, we got this, we're interested in recording ourselves live, how much would that cost? And chances are they'll just give you a room, with a 16-track mixing desk or an 8-track mixing desk or whatever. They'll mic up the equipment, they'll give you a producer, they'll record, they won't give you a producer, you have to do it yourself, which is probably fine, and they record it with the equipment they've got there. They may charge you a little bit extra for the recording equipment, and for the, time of the person to set the initial levels and stuff like that. But honestly, it doesn't have to be EQ really well. It doesn't have to be a really highly mastered product. Just as long as the drums aren't too loud and you got your singing. And if you really want to, you could send it to a studio to master it as a thing. I know that there's a few studios would master quite cheaply, but definitely record live if you can, or even if you just are playing a lot of gigs and your mixer is pretty switched on. Just tell them that you want to record a show, give them some notice in advance, and they'll tell you what you need to bring. I recently played a show with some acoustic acts, and all I needed to bring was a USB stick that was big and formatted. And he just recorded the show multi-track because the mixing discs were quite good. And, that was a free way for me to get a recording. And, that was really good. So, I'll recommend that. Do your first recording, get a live recording. Contact your rehearsal studios, and do that. Or if you're playing shows already, do that. But the good thing is, once you get a recording, you can try to put it up on Spotify and things like that. So next I'm going to talk about how to get gigs. So first things first, you need to get the recording. So contact a rehearsal studio and say, how cheap can my band get a recording done? And then find out how much it's going to be, book them the time, talk to the band members. And also what you want to do with the band is not only do you want to set time for rehearsals, you want to set kind of like union dues. Having band dues is really good. Having a kitty and having even if we contribute $5 or $10 a week towards different things. If you got a 4-piece band, let's say, and you're contributing $10 a week, it's $40 every week. You can spend on rehearsals, you can spend on bits and pieces if people need things, and that, it can be really good. Even taxis, things like that, you're gonna need to have some money in the bank account. So next I'm going to talk about how to get a gig, alright? So I'm going to stop this one and I'm going to talk about how to get a gig. So this was how to get a live recording. Just contact a rehearsal studio.